Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Do You Believe show on Paranormal TV Network, and I am your host, Noreen. And again, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, and we have an awesome guest tonight, Julio Soc. She is from New Zealand. Is that correct?
I'm originally from the UK, but now living in New Zealand, yes.
And Julie is a spirit medium. Now, we've never had a spirit medium on the show before, so this is a first for us. And she is the messenger of spirit. She is a teacher, a counselor, and a psychic tutor. So, Julie, I want to welcome you to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, sweetheart. Thank you for having me.
Hi. Hey, now, Julie, would you please tell the viewers, I know you have a lot of your friends in watching you tonight, but for those who don't know anything about you, could you please tell them about yourself and how you became a spirit medium?
Certainly, of course. Hi, guys. It's great to see so many in the chat room. I'm Julio Simpson. I'm originally from the UK. I'm from Northeast England in the UK. I was lucky enough to be brought up in a family of spirit. My mother's a medium, my grandfather's a medium. We had spirit stories. We didn't have nursery rhymes growing up. We had spirit stories, family history. My sister woke up at 3-year-old talking to Granddad. It's something that we've been brought up with. It's not something that I suddenly decided I wanted to know or learn about. It was part of life. I was that child in the playground talking to my invisible friends, my imaginary friends. They were my spirit friends and guides. Later on in early teens, I got more and more involved and more interested. School didn't work for me. I didn't like it. It wasn't teaching me what I already knew. I didn't see the sense of it. I didn't see why I had to learn about algebra and history and all this when I already knew this. Nobody told you about yourself. It didn't teach you about yourself. It didn't teach you about the world around you. It gave you facts, numbers, and all this, and it didn't work. And I hated it. And at 16, I went through a personal situation and I switched off. And it took me 6 months to realise the beauty of life again. Through, believe it or not, babysitting for a cousin of mine. And I woke up and I saw the beauty of the world again. And in the late teens, me and my mother started looking for somewhere to share and find what it was we both knew, but somewhere where we could share it. And we went back to Durham Spiritualist Church in the northeast of England. And we started going there into their open circles and their development circles. And we just felt at home. And I got up one day and gave my first message. And as they say, the rest is history. They haven't been able to shut me up since.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Julie. What do you mean you got your first message?
I was sitting in the open circle, and all the mediums were getting up and giving messages to those of spirit, those who came through. And I was sat in the back row, and I heard this voice behind me telling me the funniest, silliest, dirtiest jokes, and I was laughing my back off. And my mother was sitting next to me, and she said, "Who are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?" And I said, "There's a guy in the back row, there's a guy behind us telling me the stupidest jokes." And she says, "Julie, we're in the back row, there's nobody behind you." I said, "Yeah, there is, because he's..." "Okay." And she says, "Get up and give it off." I says, "I don't do this." She says, "Yeah, you do, get up and give it up." So at the end of the session, I said, "Just a second, can I possibly give this? Don't do this, but for the last hour I've been sat here and I've got this gentleman," and as soon as I started speaking, I saw it was a priest, a vicar. And I says, "I've got this vicar stood telling me the daftest jokes. He's the vicar, but he's not a vicar because it's the daftest, rudest jokes." And I gave names, I gave dates, I gave details. I says, and next to him, he's got a lady in a wheelchair, and she went blind towards the end of her life, and that for some reason they're linked. And two ladies in the front row, said, yes, we can take that. And all the information I gave was correct, and it turned out the vicar was their local parish priest. The lady in the wheelchair was their sister who had passed over. I said, right, okay, why is the pulpit full of roses? And I says, it didn't matter what time of year it was, it had to be full of roses. And she says, well, my sister was the florist, and she decorated the church for all the weddings, the funerals, the services, mass, all this, you know. That was her job. She kept, and the vicar demanded his pulpit. Like I said, he was a vicar, but he wasn't. He was down to earth. He would tell them he wasn't a hellfire thee thine thus type vicar. He was a common, everyday person who everybody related to, and he liked his pulpit full of roses all the time. And as it turned out, the sister in the wheelchair passed over, and then within 6 months, the vicar passed over. And as they were linked in life, they're buried across from each other in the church where they obviously both worked. So they're linked in spirit, and all the names and details I gave just fit in. They accepted everything. And that was my first message, and it taught me a lot, and it's why it sticks with me.
And so what happened after this incident? What did you do after that? Did you start going to more of these circles? Did you practice with what you had?
I joined the development circle in the church, both myself and my mother. We went to other churches in the northeast, all that I'd known throughout early childhood but not focused on, it became part of life. It became a part of every day. I couldn't go anywhere without having spirit pop up and say, okay, can you talk to him, because he's my brother and I want to talk to him. It's just become part of life now. So
no matter where you go, spirit contacts you?
I have got it to the point where, now you can't be connected 24/7, and it's got to the point now when I go out the door, if I'm going shopping or an appointment or work, I have a word with my guides and I tell them, right, okay, this is my time. I'm switching off. Don't do it, because, walking into a supermarket, and you know how many's there when you walk into a supermarket, and every aisle you go down, I'll see spirit joining their family saying, you shouldn't be buying that because it's not good for you, or, get the white chocolate, not the dark chocolate, and you can't do that all the time. You can't function in life.
So when you go into a grocery store, you see the spirits doing that?
Sorry?
So when you go into a grocery store, you see the spirits doing that to the people that are shopping?
Yes.
Oh my God. Do you ever, now when you talk to spirit, is it verbally or is it mentally?
It's both. If I'm on my own, I'll talk verbally to them. They like the response. It's just like you talk to your best mate in the living room or on the telephone. I'll talk verbally to them. Many times I've had the really funny looks when I've done it automatically, and people go, "Oh, what are you talking about?" And I went, yes, talking to myself. When I'm out in public and they come pestering me, or I've got to say something, I'll talk to them mentally, and I'll let them know, look, well, if I can, I'll pass the message on or whatever, Very rarely I go, I'm not a Lisa Williams that can go up to people in the street and say, yeah, look, I've got the grandma here.
Okay, can I ask you about that then? Is this Lisa Williams? Is that all set up? Do you think?
God, no. She does that,
So, that's the real thing. What she's doing is the real deal?
Yes, I've got to say, Lisa Williams is a very natural medium. I've seen her work in different aspects, whether she's working from her office on the street, when she goes to people's houses and that, and it's just so natural with her. I don't do that. There's a few occasions. There was a gentleman I saw with this absolutely gorgeous hot rod car, and I love classic cars. But as soon as I saw him and the car, I saw him driving along the road, and a the opposite way, on the wrong side of the road, and wiping them out. And I couldn't ignore it. It was a vision I saw, and I made the excuse. I went running over to him and says, "Hey, mate, excellent car." You know, I told him I love classic cars. This is brilliant. Where did you get it? Where are you off to? And all this, you know. And he told me, "Oh yeah, we're off to a rally up north." And I says, "Well," I say, "Mate, what you doing? You trucking it or you driving it?" I says, "You've got to be watching these windy bends, you know. It'd be a bloody shame if you had a truck wipe you out on the corners, those blind bends going up them hills, you know." And you say it once, they go, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
You say it twice, they start listening. They think, "Okay, what's going on here?" You say it 3 times, they take it in. So in that conversation, I said it 3 times. You've got to watch these roads, you know. It'd be a shame if you got knocked off the road with that. It's classic, you know. It's worth a minute. You've put some work into it and all this. And the 3rd time, I says, "Just be careful on those roads, mate. You don't want an Arctic coming the opposite way and a dog coming and knocking you off the road." And I said my thanks and walked away. And it was about 6 weeks later, again, back in town, and there it was, beautiful classic car. So I made the excuse, I went over and says, "Hey mate, how was the rally?" He says, "Yeah, brilliant." He says, "You!" He says, "It's you!" And I said, What? He says, "I don't know what you did, I don't know how you did, you knew it, but you were right." He says, "We were right, on the way up to the rally, and you were right. I don't know what made me do it. I made sure I watched it, and on a blind corner, truck came round the wrong way." He said, "I pulled up and I was waiting for him."
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Okay, Julie, now you use the name spirit medium. Now, I have to honestly say I've never heard that, spirit medium. I know there's psychic mediums, and you are a spirit medium. What other type of mediums are there?
Okay, first I'll go into the difference. We are all intuitive. We've all got natural intuition, your gut instincts, that that tells you to run when you're in a dark alley and you feel somebody coming after you. That thing that says, you know, when you're about to fall and you grab something. That's your own natural intuition.
And everybody has that? We're all, okay.
You've got psyche. We've all got psyche. The thing that tells you when your best friend is lying to you, but they're not admitting it. When the phone rings and you know it's your mother on the phone. When you feel, you just know something is wrong, and that in a sense that something's not quite right somewhere, and you ring up and you find out your sister's in hospital. That is psychic, when you're linking to other people. And a psychic medium links through the sitter or the person, linked to you to get the messages. That's the psychic, working with people. The mediumship is working with spirit. When you call yourself a psychic medium, they work with people and they work with spirit. I say a spirit medium because I prefer to work with spirit. I get on better with spirit than I do with most people. Wouldn't believe it, but I'm a semi-recluse. I hide away. I don't know.
I don't believe it. No, not you, Julie.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I've spent a lot of my time hidden away. I don't go out. So, I mean, I did as a kid. I did all the usual rock holidays and drinks, going out for a drink and rock and roll clubs and all this. But 90% of the time I'm sitting in the house on my own, because I don't get on with people. I get on with spirit a lot better. So I call myself a spirit medium or an intuitive spiritual medium, because what comes to me natural and what comes from spirit is what I pass on. I am as you say in the title there, I've never thought of using that before.
The
messenger. We are all messenger. We are all messengers, whether it's healing, giving spirit messages, whether it's holding the hand of your best friend going through a divorce or a grieving period when they've lost somebody. We're all a channel for messages. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think you should use that. Julio Soc, spirit medium. I am the messenger. I love that.
A messenger. I'm one of them. There's many of us. Believe it or not, Noreen, so are you.
No.
Yes, you are. How many times have you sat there with one of your friends breaking her heart because she's fallen out with a boyfriend, and you've sat there and you've just held her hand, or you've put an arm around her, and she's left your place feeling better.
Been many years.
You've done it. You've done it. That's being a messenger. That is giving healing, natural friendship, healing to a friend. That's exactly the same thing.
Now, you also, I read that you do spiritual healing, development of intuitiveness.
Yes.
You help people with spiritual abilities,
Yes.
and you're a psychic tutor. Now, how do you tutor somebody psychically?
Okay. Going through that list, yes, spiritual healing is exactly what I've been talking about. Years ago, I took training as a remedial and physical therapist back in England. And while I was doing the massage and the remedial therapy, you know what it's like, whether you're talking to whether you're a doctor or a nurse or a dentist, everybody pours out their problems to you, and you become a counsellor. Well, when I was doing the remedial therapy, I felt, although I knew I was helping things, spirit were coming through and doing spiritual healing, energy healing, using aura, fixing things that I couldn't do with using massage, things that I didn't know were there. So I started working with my healing guy, working with healing. When when your friend says, I don't feel very well, you say, oh, I wish you well, and you send them out the best wishes. That is distance healing. Sending out the thought that your friend would feel is sending out the energy of healing.
So when somebody sends out a positive thought of healing, does that really work?
It works, yes. I'll give you an instance, if you like, way back in the circle. I think there's a few here. I'm not sure that Jennifer will remember this, but there's a few in the circle that are here will remember this. We had, in our chat room years ago, a gentleman come in out of the blue, never been with us before, and he came in and he saw what we did. He says, can I please ask for help? My uncle was in a boating accident, and he was rescued but died, and they brought him back, and he's in hospital. He's in a really bad way. Can we please do a healing for him? So we had about 30, 40 people in the chat room at the time, and we all did a distance healing and sent prayers, thoughts. People wrote poems. They wrote out their own prayers. And for an hour and a half, everybody in that room focused on that gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the week after or whatever, and the same gentleman came back in, and he said, I can't thank you guys enough, and I've got one of the doctors here with me who cannot believe the response. The day you guys did the healing, they'd given up on the uncle ever coming round from the induced coma he'd been put in to help him get over the accident. They gave up hope on him coming round. Within a week, he not only responded, but he was sitting up in bed and he was communicating, and we kept the healing going. And within 3 months, he was sent home. It was going to be a long road to recovery for him, but he was there, and the doctors couldn't explain it.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, you also, I read in your little bio, you talk about mediumships, and then you talk about clairaudience, clairvoyance, and there's what?
The various ways we work with spirit, yes.
Now, can you explain those three different ways?
There are 4 main clairs. Clairaudience is clear hearing spirit. Now, that's not them saying, oi, Julie, can you talk to Noreen because I want to work with her? That can come in music, in sounds, in vibrations. If I said to you, what does wedding bells, obvious one, mean to you? But to you, you may go, yeah, it's something I would never ever do, or it drives me nuts because I live right next to a church, and every Saturday morning there was wedding bells going off. It can mean something totally different to everybody. So clairaudience is hearing. Clairvoyance is seeing spirit. And again, it's not seeing shapes, people, whatever. It can be orbs, lights, mist. It can be shadows. It's the aura around people, around spirit that we see. We also see in visions, as I explained with the gentleman about the car. We also see in images. We also, everything you can, and it's daft saying you can see with your mouth, because you will see tastes. It's daft. You can hear with your eyes, because you can hear and see a drum being played. See what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, there's clairsentience, which is using all your senses. Taste, touch, where you actually sense things rather than seeing or hearing. So you can, you know that feeling when you're in a room and your loved one walks in and you just know they're there.
Mm.
You don't have to see them. That feeling when somebody comes really close to you and towers over you and really overpowers you, and you say, "Look, step back," and you feel really uncomfortable.
Now, are you talking about a spirit or a live human being doing that? Because we're talking about spirit, right? Coming to you?
Both. Yeah.
Okay.
It works psychically with people, and it works spiritually with spirit. Okay? So it works both ways. And there's claircognizance, which is clear knowledge. You know, that eureka moment, that the light bulbs turning on, when the ideas come to you out of the blue from no other source that can be explained. Claircognizance, clear knowledge. Spirits share with you information, precognizant dreams, precognition, seeing things before they happen, being aware of things are happening around you, claircognizance.
Now,
and when it comes to teaching it, it's...
Are you all for
it? Talk about, when we start teaching it, first I teach you about yourself intuitively, learning your own feelings, emotions, and how they react with things around you and how you interact with other things. Then we teach you to sense and feel the feelings, emotions, conditions around other people and how you interact with those. And then it's one step forward to working with sensing, feeling those energies of spirit. Absolutely everything is made up of energy. It's, you know, the static electric, when you touch a car or you touch a person and you get a static electric shock.
Yes.
That's aura at work. That's a reaction that you're feeling. Okay. You know, when you're driving along and you've got the haze across the road.
Yes.
On a sunny road, the sun's coming down and the road looks wet. You've got the sun and the haze over it.
Yes.
Okay. That haze, that aura, that reaction is energy. It's vibration. You can see it. It's not there, but you can see it. It's an illusion. Okay. Everything is energy, and that energy you can link into and you can work with and you can sense, and it gives you information. It helps you aware of situations around you. Calm before the storm. We've all done it. The calm before the storm.
Now, Julie,
everything's going very quiet, and then all of a sudden, bam, the storm hits.
Now, you mentioned aura. Can you see people's aura?
Yes, I work with people's aura.
You can? So if somebody, oh my God, so if you meet somebody, you can actually see their aura?
I don't automatically do it, you know. I know there are times when I meet people, and it's happened very recently actually. I can meet somebody and I'll go, yeah, I know this guy straight away. I know this person. And I will immediately tune in and I will see their aura. I will see their energy. There are times when I've trusted somebody so much automatically, and I've not even given it a thought. And then for some reason, I've gotten a warning or the information that's just not working and there's something going on. So I'll tune into their aura and I'll find out, yeah, okay, this person is not to be trusted and I've got to get away from them.
Hmm.
But you can all see auras.
So, all right, so some
exercise, I'll show you a little exercise that you can try.
Oh. Okay. Hey, so I want to ask you, okay, so so certain people will have different colors. Now, what about another psychic? What color will the aura be when they're psychic?
Yeah, the color of auras changes with everybody. There is no one. Just because you're psychic doesn't mean that you're going to have a specific color. If you look up the chakras of the body, the 7 main chakras again, and each one of those in spiritual terms are related to a color, and those colors are related to the 7 layers of the aura. Now, it depends on your emotions, your feelings. If you're having a good day, a bad day, if you've got stresses, if you're not well, your auras will change. Your aura changes color, and you'll have auras, the colors relating to the areas of the body in certain areas. If you're absolutely fine, it will balance out. If you've got a stomach problem, you'll have what they call a blockage, and it will show in your aura. And I can sense with people's aura that there is a problem there, and it helps me with the psychic link, etc. But no two people are the same.
Okay.
Just as we are as individual in physical life, we are as individual with with the aura and our vibrations that we work on. We all work on vibrations. Everything, as I said, everything is energy, and that energy vibrates. It's like a music tone. You know how they use a tuning fork to get the correct pitch?
Yes.
Everything works on vibrations, and everybody's vibrations are totally different. So you can, it's no aura is the same. Nobody's aura will link to another.
Okay, can I ask you, what is the rarest color in your aura? I just heard a voice.
Okay, the main thing that would be for me would be silver. People call it white, whatever. It's because so many people are switched off to the spiritual side of things. They don't acknowledge it. White.
We just heard a voice. I just heard a man's voice. It came through my computer here, and Debbie also heard a voice. You know, that happens a lot during the show. We get voices where you can actually hear them talking. So we had a voice come through. Yeah, somebody else heard it as well.
Noreen, can you take the name Tony, please?
Type the name Tony.
Can you understand the name Tony?
Tony? Oh, me? Tony? I don't know what Tony.
Yeah, you do.
I'm
sorry, they're arguing with me. Is it you or your moderator can understand the name Tony, please? And I think it's a lady, not a gentleman. If it's not you guys, it's somebody in the chat room. Can anybody take the female name Tony? Toni, not Y. Tony. Okay, Cheyenne. Cheyenne, hi sweetheart. Can I talk to you, darling? Excuse me, Noreen, sorry, when they call
me. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Cheyenne, darling, can you hear me? Lovely, okay. Linking to Tony, is there a gentleman past, please, that would link to you guys? Gentleman past on father's side of the family, and I'm looking at about, excuse me on age, I always put 10 or 20 years, 10 or 50 years on or off them. I'm looking about late 50s, early 60s, passed over, please. Can you understand this, gentleman? It's on father's side of the family. So it's either father, grandfather, uncle on dad's side of the family. 2 uncles passed over. Okay. Can you understand the gentleman who worked in big industry? It's machinery. I can't see what it's doing, but it's big industry. Can you understand this gentleman, please? And a heart issue, a chest issue. I'm not sure if it's emphysema, but there was also either a stroke or a heart condition prior to his passing, please. Thank you. Okay, what's happening between you and Tony at the moment? Is there's got to be a disagreement or a distancing between you at the moment, please? Guys in the chat room, can you please slow it down so I can see what Cheyenne's saying, please? Sorry, I'm getting lost in the... You're not very close. Okay, darling, I've got these guys in spirit, this gentleman in spirit. He's not happy about it. Can you... January 31st, what's really late in January for you, please? The very last week of January. Birthday, anniversary, memory link in January, please.
Well, I have another question I'd like to ask you.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me about orbs? Because everybody has a different opinion about orbs.
Oh.
How do you know? We always say it's dust. Majority of the time we say it's dust, but how can you tell the difference between dust and spirit?
Okay, I'll give you the common sense answer.
Okay.
A piece of dust is a solid. It's solid, isn't it? It's muck, it's dirt, it's solid. It's not see-through, it's not transparent.
I've never seen an orb like that.
No, what I'm saying, a piece of dust is solid. It's muck, it's dirt.
You mean it's when we take a picture of one? Or are you just talking about just in general?
Okay, in general, I'm talking to you. I'm giving you okay. That is solid.
Yes.
A pen. Okay, a pen is solid, right?
Yes.
It's not see-through. Dust is solid. It's physical. It's solid. It's got a random shape to it. There's no way it's a perfect circle. Okay?
Yes.
Raindrops. The other explanation is it's raindrops from the camera lens. Raindrops are not perfectly spherical. They are a drop. And it runs. And it never lands on a camera in a perfect circle. Because it runs, it's reflects light, so there's all different colours in it. When you're talking about an orb, what you will see is a rim, a spherical, a circle. It's got a rim around it. There is a central nuclei that you can physically see in the photograph or in the film, and there are shapes and figures or images within it. But the whole thing is see-through. It's transparent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Dust is not transparent. I'm sorry, but when you wipe your finger on a table that's being cleaned, oh God, I really shouldn't have done that one. When you wipe your finger on a table that's not been cleaned recently, you get dust, and that dust is solid. You can see. Look at my finger. Can you see it? It's solid. It's not transparent. It's not spherical. If you've got a single piece of dust, it's not circular. It's a random shape. You know that I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, because I'm thinking about I used to investigate, and I'm thinking about all the pictures that I have gotten with we call orbs. And I have seen orbs that are color. They have, yeah, they got color in them, and they have pixelation in them, like you can see faces in them. Is that the real deal?
You won't see faces in dust. You will see faces in orbs. We've got a lady in the circle, our very own witch, who came and, if you want me to show you some, I can. She came and we were sitting here in the retreat that we have here in New Zealand, and we took some photographs, and in her photographs came out orbs, and in every one of these photographs we can see orbs in various shapes. It's got depth to it. You can see that in the room they're not flat blank against the screen. They've got depth to them. You can see that they're in the room. They're over by the fire. They're in front of the TV. They're sitting on the couch. Couldn't believe it. We actually got one sitting on the couch and a photograph of Jackie sitting there. And it literally looked as if she was sitting having a conversation with this orb on the couch.
All right, I was told years ago that if you get a big orb on your picture, if you didn't see that with your own eyes, then it's not a real orb. Is that true?
No, sorry.
Okay.
You will see orbs. Some of these guys here in the circle, when we've been doing camera work and webcam work in our chat rooms, they will see orbs flying past. When we do open circles and we've got people on camera, Rob's done it, Tracy's done it. When we're talking to them on camera, we will see shapes, images, we will see orbs flying past them. You can see orbs with the naked eye. When 9 times out of 10 you won't.
Right.
Spirit come to visit in orbs. The reason they come in orb is because it's the simplest form for them to manifest, to come through and to communicate and have a look round. Those people are in the supermarket. When I see them, sometimes they're not. I don't see people all the time as I would seeing you, meeting you in person. I'll see an orb around somebody in a supermarket. I'll see a light around them. I'll see a mist around them. It's the same with orbs.
Okay, so
but this way, they don't have to show themselves. They get caught on camera because of the flash or because of the conditions being correct. It doesn't. Why they don't have to show themselves the whole time, but you can see orbs with the naked eye.
Okay, so how come when groups do paranormal investigations, and they can feel a spirit in the room, and they'll snap and snap and snap, but they don't get anything? Why is that?
Because they don't really show themselves. Put it this way: if you're in a room full of people and you decide, oh, I've had enough of this, and you want to sneak off out, don't they have the same right? You don't have to show yourself. They don't have to show themselves. And there's a big difference between a ghost hunt and working with spirit.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between ghost and spirit that many people don't understand. A ghost is a time slip, a replay, if you like. You've all heard the stories of the lady who climbs the castle staircase, the army that forever marches the battlefield, whether it's being rebuilt over and you've got a pub there and it's got a basement, and the stories of the battlefield, the soldiers still walking through the basement and disappearing into walls. You've all heard that. Ghosts, time slip. No matter what you try to do, you will never communicate with that, because it's a replay of time. It's when the conditions are correct and the atmospherics are going off, and it's a replay. It's like a time. It's what we call a time slip.
Or it could also be called residual as well. Residual haunting.
Energy. It's exactly what it is.
All right. So
energy of an event in the past that you will never communicate with. You may stand there, and as that soldier comes forward and moves through you, you will get the shivers. You will get that cold chill. You know, when they talk about having a cold vortex,
yes,
or an area in the room that's cold, that's because spirit or there's ghosts or that residual energy is going through you. Okay, like the breeze coming through the door, you just get the shivers down your back.
Yes.
Only there's no breeze there. It's the residual energy that you're feeling, that you're sensing. You will get images of why they. I will come to you, KGB. Don't worry, darling. That's the residual energy. That's ghost, as you see it in the term. Okay, spirit is the energy and the essence, the soul of those who've passed over, who are here to communicate, teach, prove, give evidence that life is eternal. My favourite, it's my explanation for spiritualism. Spiritism, whatever you want to call it, this way of life, this spiritualism is proven. Spirit come through and they prove to me daily that spiritualism exists, that it is a walk of life, a path. You go to other faiths, where's the proof? Where's the evidence that's given every day that life is eternal, that we're here to learn lessons, to remember what we've achieved in other lives, because we all have many past lives. Spirit and the energy that cannot be destroyed, whether it's my pen, a piece of paper, an ornament, it can't be destroyed. When you think of a tree, this is how I explain it. A seed is planted, it's fed, it's watered, it grows to a sapling, grows to a tree. Okay, that tree gets chopped down and becomes wood, or it becomes a piece of furniture. When that piece of furniture is worn out, it's chopped up and burnt, or it's thrown away and it's put in landfill, and it goes back to earth and it's regenerated and it becomes something else. Nothing can be destroyed. And like the physical body that we shed when we pass over, the energy that is our cells and our consciousness goes back to spirit, goes back to energy.
Okay, I know I was going to get into you with the proof of life after death. Is that your explanation for proof of life after death?
The spirit prove it every day. We prove it ourselves every day because deja vu, those times when you've thought, hold on, I've done this before, I know this place. You go somewhere that you've never been to in this lifetime, and you think, I know this place, the energy is familiar, the feeling's familiar, you can describe it, you can walk around a house and never having been there, you know exactly what's going on. Deja vu, that's the lifetime evidence that you have been here before in a different life.
I see.
Spirit and our own knowledge and memories and experiences and lessons that we've learned. We're here not to learn new things. We're here, when we learn something, you go, well, I know that, I knew that, why didn't I remember that? Why didn't I know that before? Because we're remembering things and we're learning new things. And spiritualism to me proves it to you every day, not just with the mediumship that comes through and says, Noreen, I've got your Auntie Jean here, and she wants to remind you of a day trip to the beach that she took, and you lost your favourite sandal in the sand, and you broke your heart the whole way home. That evidence, those little bits of memories.
Isn't that funny that you use Jean? Because that's my sister who just passed on. That is so funny that you use Jean.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's them letting me know that I should be talking to you about Auntie Jean.
That's my sister, though, not my aunt.
Sorry, that's spirit letting me know that I should be talking to you about Jean. I don't. One of the things, you know, it's not exactly Carol. Well said, Carol. No such thing as a coincidence. It's all meant to be, and I've done it umpteen times, giving that explanation, that reason to other different people, and every time, not every time, but sometimes it comes up and they say, why did you use the name James? Why did you use the name Tony? Or why did you use the situation of a car accident? Because that's exactly how it happened. It's them telling me that I should be talking to you about Jean.
Is she coming through?
Not just giving you the confirmation. Chocolate. Jean absolutely loved or hated chocolate. There was something about chocolate with Jean. And March. Can you hear me?
I don't know what she likes. Sees candy, and she made delicious fudge, the best fudge in the whole world.
Sweet tooth chocolate. Sweet tooth. That's Jean.
Oh, hold 1 second. I don't know why. God, hold on for 1 second. It's my sister. Yes, Linda, I'm doing a show. Okay, thank you. My sister just told me that my sister Jean was allergic to chocolate.
Keep her on the phone.
Oh, you want me to call her back?
Keep her on the phone.
All right, wait a minute. Let me call her back. Oh, God. All right. I don't know how she knew that. I didn't. Let me call her back.
I didn't know about it, but the sister knows that she was allergic to chocolate, and I said there was something about chocolate.
I'm her sister. I didn't know that.
All
right. Okay. So Julie wants to keep you on the line. So go ahead, Julie.
Okay.
Can you give me her name, please?
Okay.
My sister's
Who's on the phone?
Linda on the phone. Give her your name.
Hi, Linda.
Linda.
Hi, Linda. How are you doing? Thanks for confirming
Hi, I'm enjoying your show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for confirming that. To do with Jean, we got the chocolate thing that she's allergic. Noreen didn't know she was allergic to chocolate. What's March? Birthday, anniversary, memories, links in March to do with you guys and Jean.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Her birthday was in May.
No, don't give me details.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I don't know.
There's something significant. Is there a birthday, anniversary, special occasion, or a memory?
Anniversary. Anniversary, but not for her.
Anniversary, that's fine. It's linked to you guys.
Yes.
That's say anniversary in March. Fine. Okay. I don't know whether this again is with Jean or with one of you two, but where was the red party dress? Red party dress. Going back here to childhood, teenage years, something about a party and a red dress should be a memory with you three.
No?
Yeah, there is. Don't argue with me.
Probably when we hang up,
when you get it, let me know. But there is definitely something about a red party dress, whether it was a Christmas party or a prom dress or something like that. But there's something about a red dress. Okay, give me something else. Who's the lady who's got the arthritis in the hands?
Oh no, I wouldn't have anything to do with when we were little.
Okay, go ahead, Julie.
Who's the lady with the arthritic hands? Is this mother to you guys, Noreen?
Jean. No, Jean was my sister. Jean raised my sister. Jean, her real name was Jeanette, and she raised us.
Right. Who's the lady linked to you guys, whether it's you, Noreen, Jean, or Linda? Who's the lady that's got the arthritic hands?
It could be my mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law. Okay. I got mother link, and I wasn't sure whether it was mother or mother-in-law. Okay. With that lady, was there also a condition? Give me that again.
I sorry,
I'm just talking. Why would they bring mother-in-law through? Who's having joint pain at the moment? Is this you, Linda?
Well, you want to know something funny? My thumb has been bothering me. I can't lift anything like I used to because my joint in my thumb is killing me.
Okay, darling. What I want you to do is stimulate the muscles and the tendons with alternate cold compresses, but trust me, I'm a therapist. Alternate cold compresses and warm compresses. There is a calcification and a problem in the joint. You're starting to wonder if it's arthritis coming through. It's not. It's an RSI injury. It's a repetitive injury. I think there's somewhere along the line when you had whether there was a wrist injury that affected the thumb, but it is treatable, and you've got to stop worrying that it's going to start turning into severe arthritis.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Darling?
Okay, can we stop talking about us now? Bye, Linda.
Okay, bye.
Now,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, now, KGB asked earlier about a spirit scratching. Why do they do that?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Getting attention, mostly. I understand. I know KGB. I understand it happened while on a ghost hunt for her with KGB. When you're out in that situation, I don't quite know how to say this. You know, when a friend, when you're talking to a friend and you zone out and they're still talking to you and they'll go and give you a nudge and you go, "Oh, that hurt," and say, "Well, you know, where were you? We were miles away. You weren't listening to me." Do you understand that, KGB? How when you're ignoring somebody, they'll give you a poke or a knock or whatever, and they'll tell you, you know, just to get your attention back. Okay. What I don't like about, and I'm not being personal or it's nothing to do with, the thing about ghost hunts is, you know, when they ask, "Will you please show yourself?" and they'll get a tap or they'll get something dropped, they'll get a reaction and they'll say, "Oh, okay, if that was you, can you do it again?" And is there anybody out there? Will you answer me bit? And they get a sign and they keep asking, "Will you keep doing it? Will you keep doing it?" I very rarely hear of actual physical marks from spirit. When there is connection like that, it's for a reason. I wouldn't say anything to do specifically with the ghost hunt, and that connection with the place you were doing it at. I would say it's more a personal connection with you. You got a bad smell before it scratched you like a strong wet dog. Okay. Daft question to you, KGB. Why would that smell come to you? Is that personal to you? Is that a childhood memory to you of having a pet? Having a dog? Is there a reason? Is there a dog you've got in spirit? Okay, I can't see her again. KGB, are you there, darling? No, but just no one smells like after a bath. Okay. You haven't had a dog that's passed over. We're getting rid of the obvious reasons at the moment. You've not had a dog in your life that's passed over. Guys, can you hold on chat, please, so I can see KGB's answers. Hey, Ninja, welcome back. I can't see her answers. I can't get an answer from her. Let me think. Come on, guys. I very rarely see physical harm, physical signs from spirit. When it happens, there's a reason, and it's to get your attention. It's something you missed. Must have been a guard dog at the jail. You were at jail, of course. Okay. 28. Why the number 28? KGB. 28th of a month. The age 28. Why 28? Link to you, please. Yeah, don't give me details, sweetheart. Why? What is the number 28 to you? 28th of a month or the age 28? Something happened at the age of 28 or somebody around you is 28. 28th is your anniversary. Okay, thank you. Gentlemen in spirit, 56, late 50s, and he had, I don't know why, 3 dogs. Gentlemen in, I didn't ask for number 8, I said 28. Gentlemen in spirit, about late 50s, who had at least 3 dogs. Who's this gentleman? And this gentleman just literally sat down and fell asleep and passed over one day. It's literally like he worked his whole life and he came home and he sat down or he went to bed and that was it. Just passed. No illness. It was just so natural and so peaceful. Who's this gentleman with you, please? Yeah, you do. It will come to you, I guarantee it. June, okay, we'll just, yeah. There's a birthday, anniversary, or a significant event with you in June, this month. There is also, give me that again. David, where's David? Don't ask me things, sweetheart, don't give me names because you're feeding me, don't feed me information, sweetheart. It's for spirit to give you the details. Where's the name David linked to you? KGB, the name David linked to you. I'm trying to keep connection. Yeah, I'm losing it because I'm not getting the answers
Quick enough.
You have no idea. Okay. What's the birthday anniversary this month, please? Birthday linked anniversary in June. So there's a birthday anniversary or memory in June. There's the David link. And there's the old gentleman, 50s, early 60s at the most, who kept dogs. Gail's birthday is the 5th of June. Thank you. It's got to be grandfather, uncle to Gail, kept the dogs. There's got to be a link there somewhere. And it was their dog that's coming through. Was this ghost hunt around her birthday? Yes, Debbie, sweetheart. I know where I'm at. KGB was the ghost hunt. And grandfather's is the 22nd of June. Thank you. It's grandfather. It's grandfather. There's got to be a link with grandfather, with dogs. That was it. It was your rather strange way of saying it, but it was linked there, darling. About 2 weeks ago was the hunt. Earlier on your birthday. Brilliant. Thank you. Evidence from spirit, darling. You weren't taking notice. You need to be talking to them. Okay, Debbie, what I'm going to explain there is when mediums give messages like that, and many times other people in the room or in the audience or whatever can take information from it. It feels familiar, the message, the people, the details when it feels familiar. It doesn't necessarily mean that I've brought through your granddad and not KGB's, but the meaning behind the message, meaning you need to be talking to spirit. Why are you not working with spirit? There is evidence there for you, Debbie. You've seen spirit, you know it's there. Why are you not working with it? Does that make sense to you, Debbie? That's what we call a multiple link. When we give a message, but many people in the room can understand it. That's what we call a multiple link. It's not the details, it's not the person in the message, but it's the meaning behind and the reason for the message that you need to take notice of. So, Debbie, now you have it. Yes, it does. Brilliant. Thank you, darling.
What about Shy? Can you get back to Cheyenne now?
Right, yeah. Cheyenne, I'm sorry, darling, with what's been going on, I've totally forgotten the link we had. But I know around you there are 3 brothers. Whether it's you have 3 brothers, the link we had earlier is there are 3 brothers linked around them. And there was a gentleman who passed who had a severe nerve problem and literally, limbs that would shake. I don't think it was Parkinson's, but I think it was some nervous condition that caused severe shakes. Cheyenne, are you there, darling? Guys, can you please hold chat? Sorry, sweet guys, I'm just trying to get Cheyenne in and I can't see chat. Cheyenne, darling, can you understand that? A link with 3 brothers around you and the information we got earlier, and a gentleman with a severe nerve issue that caused shakes, shivers. Are you there, Cheyenne? Not that you know of. Okay. Definitely something about 3 siblings, 3 brothers. Do you have 3 brothers? The connection we had earlier, was there 3 brothers linked there? Okay. When I say, are there 3 brothers linked, I mean, do you have 3 brothers? Is there 3 brothers connected with the connection? No, I said no, but I can tell you about another. No. Okay, that was it. We had 2 uncles, didn't we? I do apologise. When I give messages, it's gone, so that I can't. Okay. I honestly can't remember what we got only an hour ago. And I can't focus because I've got everybody yakking in the chat room. Cheyenne, are you there, darling? Noreen, darling, can you get your host to ask if they can hold chat, please?
Oh, hey, Ravens, honey, can you get everybody to please hold the chat?
Right.
Julie is talking to Cheyenne only right now.
Tony, we've got Uncle Heart problem. Right. Okay. Cheyenne, around your uncle, was he one of 3 brothers? Your uncle, was he one of 3 brothers, please? Did he have 2 brothers? Four brothers. Okay, so he had 3 brothers, he was the 4th. That's what I said. I originally said, where's the 3 brothers? Your uncle is mentioning his 3 brothers. He's giving confirmation about the 3 brothers. Do you see that? Yeah, don't give me details. Don't give me details. All I asked was, where are the 3 brothers? Your uncle had 3 brothers. Which one of those gentlemen had the nerve problem? One of those gentlemen had a problem with nerves. I don't know whether it was Parkinson's or a nerve issue where he had spasms. Thank you. Around you at the moment, Cheyenne, or is this you that you're panicking about something at the moment? There is an issue around you that's got you, I don't know whether it's overexcited or on the edge of your seat, or you're waiting for good news at the moment, but your nerves are literally as if you're waiting for a big answer coming in. Where's this situation around you, please? Something about being on the edge of your seat. Right. Good news, darling. You've got your family in spirit. They know about it. They're working with you. They're giving me the number 3030, 3030, whether it's coming the end of this month, but the number 30 will be significant when you get the answer through. There's also something about a newspaper story, a going public, something about the press, whether you're printing a book, whether you're thinking of writing a book, or something you're waiting for something getting published, or whether this news is going to be put in the press, but there is something about it going public. Do you understand that, please? Don't give me information, please, Debbie. Just yes, no. Let me talk to Cheyenne. Don't feed me information. This is going public. There's something about the press, this thing that's keeping you on the seat. There's also who's the A name? Andrea, Angela, Angel. Don't worry, darling. It's all good news. Don't worry, it's all good news. This is. Where's the Angela, Andrea name? Angel. They won't let me shut up. They won't let me stop with this. I've got to go to Andrea, Angel. You will. They won't let me drop it. They won't let me say no, but if it's not Andrea, Angela, it's Angel, and it's coming close to you, and it's going to be very soon. Okay, darling?